Hi guys, welcome to my next tutorial. Today I would like to show you another doily project. This doily isn't quite big because it measures about 15 inches. Yeah, this is about 15 inches. For this tutorial I use the Crochet 3D yarn Petra DMC size 5 and the crochet hook 2.5 millimeters. For this tutorial probably you will need a little bit more than half a ball. My work, I will start by making slip knot and then chain of 15. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 and 15. Now we need to make a slip stitch into the first chain to make a ring. And now we will start round number 1. Chain of 3, 1, 2, 3. It will be counted as a first double crochet, and now into the ring we need to work 35 more double crochets. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6, and we need to continue until we will have 35 double crochets plus chain 3. I've done 35 double crochets, so at the end when we've done the last double crochet we need to make a slip stitch into the top of chain 3, so into the first double crochet. So now we should have 36 double crochets. Now round number 2, chain of 3, 1, 2 and 3. Again this will be the first double crochet. Now into the next 2 stitches we will make 1 double crochet in each stitch, 1 and 2, and after 3 double crochets we will make chain of 2, and then again into the next 3 stitches 1 double crochet in each stitch, 1, 2 and 3, then chain of 2. Into the next 3 stitches 1 double crochet in each stitch, 1, 2 and 3, then chain of 2. So we need to repeat this pattern all the way around. After each 3 double crochets we will work 2 chains. At the end of our round we need to make a slip stitch into the top of chain 3. So the last stitch we are not working into that stitch because this is only slip stitch, so we need to skip this and we will work slip stitch into the top of chain 3. Now we need to start round number 3, chain of 3 again. It will be first double crochet, then into the next 3 stitches we need to make 1 double crochet in each stitch. So we've got 3 double crochets again, and in this round we will work chain of 3 and then 1 double crochet in each stitch again. So 1, 2 and 3. So in round number 3 we are making chain of 3 and then 1 double crochet into each stitch. So we need to repeat this pattern all the way around to the end of this round, and then we need to repeat this pattern for the next 3 rows. So for the row number 4, 5 and 6. But in each row we need to add 1 more chain. So in row number 4 we will work 4 chains between groups of 3 double crochets. In row number 5 we will work 5 chains between 2 groups of 3 double crochets, and in row number 6 we will work 7 chains between groups of 3 double crochets. So row number 4 4, row number 5 5, and row number 6 7. In this row we will work chain of 3 and double crochet in each stitch. I've done my 6 rounds, so as I said, into the last one we had to make chain of 7. So now we need to make a slip stitch into the second stitch, into the third one, and into the chain 7 space. Chain of 3 as a first double crochet, and now we will work into the same chain 2 more double crochets, 1 and 2. Now chain of 5, 1 2 3 4 and 5. Into the same chain space we will work another 3 double crochets, 1 2 and 3. Now chain of 1, and we are going to the next chain free space, and we will repeat our pattern. So 3 double crochets, 1 2 and 3, chain of 5, 1 2 3 4 and 5, and 3 more double crochets into the same chain space, 1 2 and 3. Then chain 1, we are going to the next chain 7 space, and we need to repeat this pattern all the way around. So we need chain 7 space, we are making 3 double crochets, chain 5, then 3 double crochets, and after it chain 1. At the end of our round we need to make a slip stitch into the top of chain 3. Now round number 8, chain 3 as a first double crochet, then into the next 2 stitches 1 double crochet again, and then chain of 5, 1 2 3 4 5, into the next 3 double crochets, 1 double crochet in each stitch, 1 2 and 3. And now in round number 8 only one difference will be now. Instead of making chain of 1 we need to make chain of 2, and then the same 1 double crochet in each double crochet, and then chain of 5. So we need to repeat this pattern all the way around. Only one difference is we need to make chain of 2 between 2 groups of 3 double crochets. Round 9, we need to start by making chain of 3 as the first double crochet, then we need to make 1 double crochet into each stitch, so into the next 2 stitches, 1 and 2. Now into the chain space we will work 6 double crochets, 1 2 3 4 5 and 6. Now we need to make another 3 double crochets into the next 3 stitches, 1 2 and 3, then chain of 3, 1, 2, 3, and we need to start repeat what we done from the beginning of the round. So into the next 3 stitches 1 double crochet in each stitch, then 6 double crochets into the chain space, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6, and then into the next 3 double crochets we need to make 1 double crochet. So 1, 2 and 3, then chain of 3, and again we need to repeat the pattern. So our pattern we need to repeat all the way around. Round 10 we need to start by making 2 double crochets together, but I need to start by making a chain. So this time I decided to make just chain of 2 into the next stitch, the first part of the double crochet, and then I will finish the stitch. Usually I am starting by making chain of 3, but this time I would like to have definitely 1 stitch. Into the next 8 stitches we will work 1 double crochet, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and 8, and now we've got last 2 stitches, and into the last 2 stitches we will work 2 double crochets together as well. Now chain of 7, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7, and now we've got next group of 12 double crochets, so we will work exactly the same, 2 double crochets together, into the next 8 stitches 1 double crochet, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and 8. We've got last 2 and another 2 double crochets together. So basically, if you are not sure how to make 2 double crochets together, so I am working by making first part of double crochet into the first stitch, and then I go into the second one. I am making the first part of the double crochet into the next stitch. So I am always leaving the last loop on the hook. So now you should have 3 loops, and then we can finish the stitch, and we've got only 1 stitch. Then chain of 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7, and we need to repeat this pattern all the way around. At the end of our round we are not making a slip stitch into the chains, we are making a slip stitch into the top of stitch of double crochet from the previous round. And now we will start making the same. So round number 11, chain of 2, into the next stitch we will work double crochet, but only the first part, and now we can finish the stitch. Into the next 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7 stitches we need to make double crochet. So 2, 3, 4, 5, six stitches, not 7, 6 stitches, and then into the last two we need to make 2 double crochets together again. So in this round we should have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 stitches. Now chain of 4, 1, 2, 3 and 4, single crochet into the chain 7 space, then another chain of 4, 1, 2, 3 and 4, into the first 2 stitches, 2 double crochets together, and we need to start to repeat what we've done at the previous round. Then into the next 6 stitches, 1 double crochet, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, into the last 2 double crochets, 2 double crochets together, and then again chain of 4, single crochet into the chain space, chain of 4, and now we need to repeat this pattern all the way around. Round 12, again we need to start by making chain of 2. Into the second stitch we will work first part of the double crochet, and then we can finish the stitch. Now into the next 5 stitches we will work 1 double crochet, 2, 3, basically 4, no 5, 4, and into the last 2 we will work 5th stitch, so 2 double crochets together. Now chain of 3, 1, 2 and 3, into the single crochet we will work treble crochet, then chain of 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 1 more treble crochet into the same stitch. Chain of 3, 1, 2, 3, and now we will start to repeat what we've done from the beginning of our round. So into the first 2 stitches we need to work 2 double crochets together, into the next 4 stitches 1 double crochet in each stitch, 1, 2, 3 and 4, into the last 2 stitches 2 double crochets together again, 1 and 2. Now we can finish the stitch. Now chain of 3, and we need to repeat this pattern all the way around. Round 13 we need to start by making chain of 2. Into the second stitch we will work double crochet, then into the next 2 stitches 1 double crochet, and into the last 2 stitches 2 double crochets together. Chain of 3, 1, 2, 3, into the chain 7 space we will work 13 double crochets. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and then 13. Chain of 3 again, 1, 2, 3, and now we need to start our pattern as at the beginning. Into the first 2 double crochets we need to make 2 double crochets together. Into the next 2 stitches 1 double crochet, then 2 double crochets together, and then we need to repeat 13 double crochets into the chain 7 space. Round 14 we need to start by making chain of 2, then into the next stitch double crochet, into the next 2 stitches 2 double crochets together, then chain of 2, into the first double crochet we need to make double crochet, then chain of 2. Now we need to skip the next 2 stitches, into the third one double crochet, then chain of 2, we need to skip the next 2 stitches, and into the third we will work double crochet, chain of 7, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, then double crochet into the same stitch. So we've done some kind of V-stitch, double crochet, chain 7, and double crochet, chain of 2. We need to skip the next 2 double crochets, into the third double crochet, then chain of 2. We need to skip the next 2 double crochets, and into the last one we will work double crochet, chain of 2 again, into the first 2 stitches 2 double crochets together, into the next 2 stitches 2 double crochets together again, chain of 2, and again into the first double crochet 1 double crochet, then chain of 2. We need to skip the next 2 stitches, into the third double crochet. So basically we need to repeat this pattern all the way around. Round 15 we need to make slip stitch into the second group of 2 double crochets together, then we need to make slip stitch into the each chain, and slip stitch into the first double crochet. Now chain of 3 as a first double crochet, then chain of 2, double crochet into the double crochet from the previous round, chain of 2 again, and into the chain 7 space we will work 13 double crochets. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and 13. Now chain of 2, double crochet into double crochet, so we need to skip this one and we are going to the second, so exactly the same as here, then chain of 2, double crochet into the next double crochet, and now we are going to the next double crochet. We need to skip chain 2 space, 2 groups of 2 double crochet together, and then we need to skip chain 2 space, 2 groups of 2 double crochets together, another chain 2 space, then double crochet into the next double crochet, chain of 2, and now basically we need to repeat what we've done from the beginning of our round. So double crochet into the next double crochet, chain of 2, and another 13 double crochets into the chain 7 space. So now we need to repeat this pattern all the way around. At the end of our round we need to make the last double crochet, and then we will make slip stitch into the chain of 3, into the top of chain 3. And now we will start round number 16. So slip stitch into the chain 2 space, then chain of 2. I will make 3 double crochets together. So chain of 2, then first part of the double crochet and another first part of the double crochet. I've got 3 loops on the hook. I will finish the stitch, and now we need to make exactly the same into the same chain 2 space, 3 more double crochets together. So now what I've done, I had 4 loops on the hook, but because I want to make 2 groups of 3 double crochets together, so I will be putting the yarn for the first 3, and then at the end I will put the crochet hook for the next 2. So we've got 2 groups of double crochets together. Now we will work chain of 2, 1 double crochet into the first stitch, then chain of 2, we need to skip 1 stitch into the second double crochet, chain of 2, skip 1 stitch into the second double crochet, chain of 2, skip the first stitch into the second double crochet. So we need to repeat this pattern into the last double crochet. So again, chain of 2, skip the first stitch into the second double crochet, and one more time, chain of 2, double crochet into the last double crochets. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7 double crochets. And now we need to make chain of 2, and we need to go to we need to skip the first chain 2 space, we are going to the second, and again we will make 2 groups of 3 double crochets together. So 1, 2 and 3. I've got 4 loops on the hook, and then again 1, 2 and 3. First I will just pull in the yarn for first 3 loops, and then for the 2 loops what I left. Now we are going to the next chain 2 space, and we will work the same. So from here we just actually start repeat what we've done at the beginning of our round. So first 3 groups of double crochets together, and into the same chain 2 space we need to make 3 more. 1, 2 and 3. First for the first 3 loops, then we can finish the stitch, then chain of 2, double crochet into the first double crochet, and then we need to repeat this pattern all the way around. Round 17, we need to start by making chain of 3. This will be first double crochet, and then we need to work one more double crochet into the top of second 3 double crochets together. Now chain of 7, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7. We are going to the first chain 2 space, and into that chain 2 space we will work 2 double crochets together, and then another 2 double crochets together. So 1 and 2, and now we will finish the stitch. Now chain of 5, 1 2 3 4 5. We are going to the next chain 2 space, and we will work 2 double crochets together, and again 2 double crochets together into the same chain 2 space. Chain of 5, 1 2 3 4 5, and into the next chain 2 space we need to make 2 groups of 2 double crochets together again. So in each chain 2 space we need to repeat this pattern. Chain of 5, 1 2 3 4 5. Okay, so I've done 6 groups of 2 times 2 double crochets together, and now we need to skip the last chain 2 space. Now we will work chain of 7, 2 3 4 5 6 and 7, and we've got 4 groups of 3 double crochets together. So now we need to work 4 double crochets together. So into the first top of 3 double crochets together we need to work first part, then into the second one, into the third, and into the fourth. Now we should have 5 loops on the hook. We need to finish the stitch, chain 1 for lock, and then chain of 7 again, 1 2 3 4 5 6 and 7. And again we need to skip the first chain 2 space, chain 2 space, and into the second one we will start working again 2 double crochets together, and another 2 double crochets together into the same chain 2 space. So now we will start to repeat what we've done here. So chain of 5, 1 2 3 4 5, into the next chain 2 space the same. So now we will repeat in this pattern all the way around. At the end of our round we need to make the last 2 double crochets together into the 2 groups of 3 double crochets together from the previous round, and then we need to make a slip stitch into the top of, maybe I will show you, into the top of double crochet, the second double crochet from the beginning of our round. Now we've got the last one round, round number 18. We need to make a slip stitch into the first 4 stitches, 4 chains, 1, 2, 3. So basically into the 3, because we've done slip stitch into the top of double crochet. So now we should be into the center of our chain 7 space, exactly into the middle, and we will work chain 1 as a first single crochet, and now chain of 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 as a chain 5 space. Now we are going to the next chain 5 space, and here we will be working with 2 double crochets together again, and into the same chain 5 space another 2 double crochets together. Chain of 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Into the next chain 5 space we will work single crochet, then chain of 5, 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. Into the next chain 5 space again 2 groups of 2 double crochets together. So 1 and 2, and then another 2, 1 and 2. Chain of 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Into the next chain 5 space single crochet, then chain of 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and into the last chain 5 space we will work another 2 groups of 2 double crochets, 1 and 2, and another 2, 1 and 2. Now chain of 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We are going to the next chain 5 space, then single crochet, now chain of 1 for a chain 1 space, and another chain of 3, 1, 2 and 3, and into the second chain, so not this one, just here we will make a slip stitch to make a picot, then chain 1, and into the next chain 5 space single crochet. Now chain of 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and now again into the first chain 5 space we need to work 2 double crochets together, 1 and 2, and another 2 double crochets together. Chain of 5, into the next chain 5 space single crochet. So now we need to repeat this pattern all the way around. At the end of our round, when we've done the picot and then chain 1, we need to work slip stitch into the single crochet. So basically into the chain 1 from the beginning of our round. And this is it, our doily is done. So thank you for staying with me to the end of this tutorial, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel.